Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you for joining me today. And today I'm going to share with you three news of this week. The first one is from Science News for Students. This news is very interesting. It's the website, the official website is scienceforstudents.org. And then the title of this news is A Sense of Touch Could Upgrade Virtual Reality, and more. So this article is written by Kathiann K around October 7th. So pretty much in short, this news is that the scientist is trying to use haptic touch integrate inside virtual reality so people can feel more. Because imagine you go to virtual reality world. Imagine you go to virtual reality world and you couldn't sense anything, right? You can probably, see things, hear things, but right now, scientists still start finding out how to make people start feeling things. So during COVID, we all know that VR, AR kind of flourished just because, we couldn't meet in person, right? So how to make these types of virtual experience feels more real, then we have to, integrate with haptic experience and sound experience. And in this article, it talks about a lot of neuroscientists start doing the research because our sense of touch is very complicated. So it's kind of like we need to activate. There's a cells vibration. Let me share with you. Okay. So in our sense of touch, there's something like there are some profession science like different like types of like energy and length of wave to call or to activate some part of our sense, so we can feel the sense of touch. So pretty much in this paragraph, you can see, for instance, vibration caused by textures cause different types of wave energy. Yeah, I know right now it's a little bit of science facts, but I think this will help you to understand like what's going on. So pretty much there will be a wave energy to get into our skin. And there's a part of our skin called prosthetic receptors. Once the wave energy of the texture reach to this sensor called prosthetic receptors, then we can start feeling the sense of touch. And this is kind of like, you can even see the graph pretty much. And this types of wave is also called Rayleigh wave. Very interesting. So and every animal has different like needs different depth of prosthetic corpuscles and the length of wavelengths. Yeah, it's very, very interesting to see, like, for example, the lens, how deep this lens can reach out to your prosthetic receptors inside your skin and how fast it is vibrating. So different animals has different degrees of, like the combination of the depth of the prosthetic receptors also combined with the wavelengths. So like how fast it vibrates. So yeah, so pretty much in this news, it talks about right now in different universities, a lot of neuroscientists, they are trying to start working on a lot of haptic feedback device. One of it in the picture you can see is on the wrist, right? Because we have our sense, we can touch something, but in our wrist, we have a lot of, like nerves that can be pretty much, I would say manipulate through that wrist device. So yeah, so a lot of universities, they start producing some artificial vibrators, kind of like put on your limbs, so you can start feeling a sense of touch. And also in this article, it talks about ghost limb, right? Some people who lost their leg or their limb, one of their limb, then they can pretty much use this technology and start feeling that they can, they can start feeling that they are touching something, even though they didn't really touch it because they lost one of their limbs. And then through virtual realities, you can pretty much see things, right? And then you can feel things. So what I would say is that it's very interesting to see this happening, because in this article, it also says that for the remote, remote doctors, they want to touch patient's stomach, or they want to touch the patient's pulse, right? And touch the patient in order to have more accurate diagnosis. However, just by videos is not enough, right? So by implementing this technology, doctors can easily, do the virtual diagnosis and kind of more effectively help patients to get the proper treatment. Yeah, cool. So any thoughts for the news? Feel free to unmute yourself and share your thoughts. Any thoughts?
That's really crazy. It's how so much goes into an app, or like you said, when they make the arm for the that's really cool.
Yeah. So yeah, and you see, University of Chicago researchers attached the stripes of different materials to a rotating drum, and they are kind of like measuring what types of vibrations for in someone's skins as the variety of textures move across their fingers. So pretty much by doing this, you can start doing the mapping, right? You can start testing the different density of the waves or the speed of the wave, right? And then they can manipulate these types of textures when you wear your VR headset, right? And then when you kind of fakely touch something, and this types of texture attached on top of the virtual object will start sending the information to your wrist. Yeah. So you can feel like, for example, if you squeeze a lemon, you can feel like, wow, I can feel the lemon. Yeah, just by putting on your wrist, because you see all the nerves need to go to the wrist, right? And wrist is kind of somewhere is very stable, right? Because if you put fingers, sometimes it's kind of a really, for example, if you put every rings on your tips and you couldn't even touch anything, right? But since every nerve system goes to your wrist, so it's really easy just wearing like a wearable device, then it can kind of just manipulate or stimulate all your nerves around here. Yeah, and it's kind of the same feelings, as long as your brain can sense the touch part can feel it. Then so I find out this is very, very cool. So this is the first news. And the second news is Nest Golf, nestgolf.com. The title is called Augmented and Virtual Reality Setup for Military Maintenance. The article was written by John Breeden. Okay, so in this article, it talks about that the military maintenance when using virtual reality for military maintenance, it can help speed up the learning curve for the maintenance technicians. For example, like in this, you can see the subtitle. We have seen in similar scenarios at the large aerospace and defense company, where technicians with hardly 1 year of experience have been to outperform technicians with 4 or 5 of experience. Yeah, so why? Because by wearing augmented reality glasses, right, you pretty much can see all the problems, because you see like AI and also like, all the AR, right? All the technologies helps you to analyze and show you what's the problem, right? It takes years of learning to know what's the problem, but AI, AR, by wearing the AR glass or HoloLens mixed reality glasses, this will just like obviously shows you the answer. All you need to do is just go and fix it. And sometimes, those HoloLens glasses, there will be someone remotely help them to solve the problem. For example, they can, because in every HoloLens or AR glass, there's another camera shooting out, which means that people sitting remotely has more experience. They can kind of direct through the audio, right? They can tell the technician what to do. Yeah, so pretty much by wearing that, not only you can just see the problem through all the AI, AR analytics, or everything just show in front of you. The data, live data will show in front of you, but also it can have the remote system from someone who has more experience, and they can, through the camera, they can see what's going on with the airplane and give you more proper instructions. So some people even said that mixed reality or AR glasses applied in the enterprise, it's kind of like it can make a novelties become instant expert, because by putting all the information overlay on top of the device, someone who doesn't know what's going on can just jump in and start working on it by the simple step by step on your screen or on your device. So yeah, so this will really help people to to fix things, or to not even have a lot of knowledge on the background, but just it seems like a cheat sheet, right? You just jump in and you see all the instructions and you just start working on it. And also there will be a connection to someone who has more experience and kind of guide you and help you. So it's very interesting to see that AR can really help bringing up the training of staffs in a lot of different areas, such as military, aircraft maintenance, or some enterprise training. Yeah. Any thoughts for this article, or any feedback? You can unmute yourself.
It kind of reminds me of when Pokemon Go was really popular. Yeah. Yeah, so that's so cool.
Yeah, right. I mean, for me, I think that HoloLens or mixed reality device can definitely help enterprise to speed up the training, save the staffing cost, and also it can reduce the error, right, and make things fast. And yeah, so I think this is a very good applications for AR, VR application inside the enterprise. Okay, the third news is on the cultured DMAG cultured. Okay. So yeah, so the title of the article is called Virtual Reality Begins the Venice International Film Festival to the World. Yeah, so pretty much like this year, the Venice International Film Festival will be both in person and online this year. Yeah, just because of COVID, I find out that everyone is, migrating or enhancing the online experience, especially a lot of in-person events. So, which I think I personally really like it because it not only saves the gas, right? Like reducing the CO2, right? Reducing the a lot of pollutions, but also we can save money, save time, and all I need to do is open the computer and I can see all the abundant information. But another drawback is that it doesn't feel, that immersive, or you couldn't feel that real. It's just like another Zoom screen. And sometimes I would get distracted by other things happen. And I feel like I couldn't really learn a lot just by not really immersed inside that event. But I think by virtual reality, right, you kind of immerse yourself 100% inside that VR space. So you can learn more. And you see, like before, like our first news, it will integrate with the sense of touch. And in the future, will send, in our past, some news sessions, we talked about some sense, right? You can smell, for example, the rose, or you can smell someone fart, or the dynamite explosion, you can smell it. So you see like a haptic, smell, right? Eyes, audio, right? All those stuff can make people kind of feel like they are in a real place. So I think in this news, it talks about, VR will start, become the kind of like, if we couldn't really meet in person, then VR will become the new platform for people to join some festivals, right? So I think this is pretty good because this will definitely help people to, get involved, or kind of like doing some innovations inside VR. And also, I would say that more people in VR, that more people more content will be produced. Part of the reason why that VR is not rocking as the desktop version and the mobile phone, like the web content, was because there are not a lot of content that needs VR device, right? So if we can kind of create more and more high quality VR content, that more and more people will love to use their VR headset. Yeah, imagine you buy a VR headset and just to play a small numbers of games, and that's it, right? Versus if you buy a VR headset and you can see, like, Venice International Film Event, and you can go to your, I don't know, social media platform, you can see the news, you can watch YouTube videos, you can do anything in this world besides eat, right? Like something maintain you to survive in this world, but otherwise you can do anything, even working, right, inside VR. Then people will start buying or view VR as an important element inside their life. So yeah, so I think this news is pretty cool. A lot of events is starting putting like a virtual reality as one of their platforms for people to to join and enjoy the event. Any thoughts? Yeah, you can unmute yourself and share your thoughts. Cool. So
Very intriguing.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think it's very cool to just like read the news on Saturday morning and then share with people what I see. And then, so thank you for joining me today. And I hopefully see you next Saturday. Okay. So yeah, thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.